a lot of movies and music videos and commercials and whatnot. And right now I'm the head of Globe Studios. Yes, are we good? Okay, so here's the presentation. So I'm here with a lot of like very, very brilliant creators, right? My personal channel kind of has, I have a personal channel. It's youtube.com/Henares. I only have 6,300 followers, so I'm probably the guy with the least amount of followers in this room. And I'm here amongst the literati, the glitterati of YouTube. So the big question I think is on your mind is, what am I even doing here, right? And compared to most of you guys, I am, but a loser. So, but with Globe, we kind of like have more than 100,000 followers. I think we have more than 200,000 followers. So I'm speaking on behalf of Globe. And so let me show you what we've done as Globe Studios. Sorry, I'll click on next.
Let's go, pop, okay?
It's like an amphitheater for operas here.
Sabihin, ang utak mo, kaya mo pa eh. Kaya minsan, bumabagsak ka sa finish line.
Pagod ka. Hindi mo magagawang itapos yung mga mata. Basta kang maghihintay. Makikinig ako sa'yo.
Does anyone watch? Does anyone here follow the Globe Studios YouTube? Yes, thank you. Yeah, you were featured in one episode. The last Fish episode. I voted for you. I didn't want the other guy to win. I saw it. And yeah, of course, we produced it. So. But basically what we're here, and based on my background, what I'm here for is to kind of like put some cinema into your YouTube videos. So first, what we're gonna do, and this is a very short talk, don't worry, very, very good. You kind of have to know what your video is about, right? Like a lot of people, and a lot of people kind of like ramble when they're on their first vlog video, and you kind of do like those 10 minutes. And I saw one video where this guy, for the first 2 minutes of this YouTube vlog video, he's just like looking at this camera and he's like doing like this, his hair. Anyway, by that time, people are gonna click out. You have to kind of be precise, you have to be quick, and you kind of have to already be saying something, all right? The best YouTubers always have something to say, because it's a very, like what it says, the name of the platform is YouTube. It's about you, and if you are not interesting, then people are gonna tune out. So here's an example from Jacko. I don't know if Jacko's here. There's Jacko. The guy who looks like Ben Affleck over there. Jacko released this video. Sabi ni Enrique mo daw.
Notably known to be the Philippines' primary source of world-class mappable photos, where chiseled apps hold more value than gold, and the only thing whiter than the sand are the Koreans. I am Bugating Sport from Davao City, and this is Merman! No, Bogart. You're a dugong.
Extremely persistent and a master at haggling, the Mordecai Monster, a creature endemic to this island, can help set your day up with all kinds of fun-filled Mordecai activities.
Kasi gets to like this.
Remember, if you don't want to go because you don't have any money or have already gone, you can always say no with a firm voice and avoid eye contact. No, thank you.
So the first time I met Marco, aka Bogart, he was a drummer for a band. Very shy, even until now. He talked to, he's like, sir, what's that? Look at it. But you can see with his online persona, he chose to create kind of a sort of persona, which is Bogart. And if you watch some of the other videos of Paperbuck, he's changed between different personas since then. But he's really known for Bogart. So like what I said, right? Put the you in you too. Kind of make yourself interesting. Even if it doesn't have to be like your genuine, authentic self. It can be something that you created, a persona that you created, and kind of like stick with it. Make it interesting. Say something, right? Jaco and Aaron will be giving a talk on how to sell your videos later. And if you saw closely, there was even a little plug in the early part of that video, but very subliminal. Secondly, brevity is a soul of wit, right? Because you really have to know how to edit. And I mean, I noticed that the best YouTubers kind of even jump cut between sentences. They cut out the they cut out the because they want to make it fast. Because time is precious, right? And you don't want to spend someone's, feeling like they're wasting 10 minutes of their day or a ULC break on your video. So this is a YouTube vid by a friend. His name is Henares. And he's kind of like talking about the Philippines in 1 minute.
Hi, it's my last day in the islands of the Philippines. I'm sad, but here's everything that I like about this country. It's a country with more than 7,000 islands, which means this and this and this exist here. This volcano and this volcano also exist. The prices, they are so cheap, you can get a whole village drunk or another whole village fed without breaking the bank. But the reality is, in some parts, poverty is so extreme, people live on top of a trash mountain or at a graveyard with a bed. But you can Google all of them. What you cannot Google, however, are the people. They will be generous, they will feed you, and they will host you without knowing you. They will build good stars, and they will party like crazy. But best of all, they will be your friends. Real friends. The country's tagline is, it's more fun in the Philippines. But I don't like that. A better term is, there's more love in the Philippines.
Bye-bye, Laz.
That's 1 minute. See you! Yes! Thank you!
So think about that, guys. That's 1 minute. And I was actually genuinely touched. I kind of got teary-eyed towards the end of the video because he said so much. And so whenever you're making your videos, kind of think about how precious time is, how much time you're actually spending making your video, and how you want more people to see that, right? Okay, let's learn some French. Okay, so these are the French created cinema, right? So with the Lumiere brothers in the 1800s. And so, am I saying this right? Where's Erwan? Is it mise en scène? Mise en scène. Très bien. So mise en scène, basically, guys, is what you put in your frame. Like, whenever you see a movie, it's the actors, it's the props, it's the costumes, it's the setting. And so, for example, this movie, what is this movie about? How about you, man? What do you think? Based on the videos. Go, just guess. What do you think this is about?
About a guy who is lost. Drama.
Okay, the actor is Jim Carrey, but you know, just from the shots, that it's a drama, right? Anyone want to guess what this video is about? Water. Water, yeah. And you can see just from the fire, you can see the helicopter, you can see the costumes, right? It's water. How about this one? What is this? Horror, right? The blood, the dark, even the lighting, right? So, how about this one? What is this about? See, so you can kind of tell, just like from your reaction alone, just from the composition, just from this, what's on the screen, you can already have a feel of what the video is about. Remember that video is a visual medium, right? And a lot of the time, you'll probably be playing something and you're not going to be listening to it. You're probably going to be looking through your Twitter feed as well, or working and it's just playing in the background. So to be able to say something with visuals alone is very important. Second French word is montage. Yes. And then this is called the coulage effect. So basically, if I take a picture of you, so montage is really how you tell a story based on cutting, like putting images together. That's what montage is about. So if you have mise en scène, when you put in the image, montage is how you put the images together and what it says. So this is the coulage effect, and it's pretty cool because it's just a picture of a guy, just very blank, staring very blankly. But if you put it against another image, like this, what does it look like? He's hungry. If you put it against this, same shot of the guy, it looks like he's morose, he's grieving. And then if you put this, then it looks like, you know, and then, so as you can see, it's the exact same shot of the guy, but it's like language. Film is like language. You're telling a story by putting one word after the other. So, montage. Okay, let's talk about composition. Basically, how you frame your videos. And this is very important for you guys, for you vloggers. Headroom is important, and headroom is basically, it says the space above the head during a shot. Now, as you can see with the shot of Captain America right there is some headroom, but if you look at Iron Man, they kind of cut the forehead. That's okay. So don't worry about that. What's weird is if you cut the chin. And you can explain, there's no scientific explanation for this, but it just doesn't look right, right? If you watch this show called Mr. Robot, they play with headroom a lot. So they do weird things with headroom, and they also do weird things with lead room or looking room. So lead room is basically, if you're looking to the side or if you're looking off camera, leave some space so that you can imagine that, you know, that they're looking at something or that there's something bigger. It feels bigger with the top two, with Eleven from Stranger Things and Scarlett Johansson over there. It looks like, you know, it feels a little more vast. Whereas again, back to Mr. Robot, it looks like the guy is strapped. Look at both the headroom and the lead room. Right? Okay, which leads us now to the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds basically means if you cut your video horizontally into 3 parts and vertically into 3 parts, it's always mostly interesting to put them on one of the grids or one of the meeting points. So for example, like look at this Lord of the Rings. See, they always put the characters in kind of one of the grids, one of the points of the grid. Again, Mr. Robot plays with that. Look at the looking room, look at the headroom. But it looks interesting, right? Okay. Okay, this is very important, especially if you're having conversations. 180-degree rule. Does anyone know what the 180-degree rule is? So basically, okay, the best example for 180-degree rule is that if you're playing a basketball game, all cameras have to be on one side. Because if there's a camera on the other side, let's say the Spurs are running to the right, and then the next shot they're running to the left. So it looks very confusing. So for example, can I get you to, sorry guys, I know, can you stand up? Yes, both of you. Sorry, I'm using you as examples all the time, but okay. So guys, if you're having a conversation, okay guys, pretend you're having a conversation, right? And I'm shooting them. Basically, and my 2 shot, okay, if you look at number 1, the 2 shot is of the 2 of them, right? And I want a close up of Buddy. So I'm gonna get a close up of Buddy. I will not cross this line between them, right? So when I get a close up of, what's your name? Sophia. If if I get a close-up of Sophia, as you can see, number 3, if I shoot Sophia from here, it looks like they're looking in the same direction. Look at 2 and look at X. So there, that's the 180-degree rule. It just makes people less confused. All right, thank you guys. Okay, let's talk about doing cool things with no money. One of the best kind of shots is, okay, yeah, so that's what we need, right? Recording good sound. Sometimes as important as the image is the sound. If you're, especially if you guys like using the DSLRs, a lot of the sound on DSLRs, you can kind of hear the cogs whirring, or you can kind of hear the focus being pulled, or the zoom. So sometimes you have to get a different mic. And you know, there's nothing wrong with doing a handheld dynamic microphone, the first one, especially if you're doing kind of like a vlog style. But at least you're clear, it's crystal clear, right? The lavalier microphone is the thing that they hide. They kind of like paint to you. And so it's like good in capturing like really good conversation. And then the shotgun microphone or the boom microphone kind of also takes the atmosphere. All right? And then to cheat dolly shots, okay, actually with your phone, I've noticed, especially with the new iPhone, the shots are really steady. So, so it's kind of like already having a steady camera, a glide cam. But if you want to cheat, one thing you can do is get a tripod and kind of like make the leg shorter, and then it looks like you're dollying, but then it's steady, like the 2 other legs. Another, I was just talking about this with Jaden earlier, is that in a lot of Robert Rodriguez, the guy who made Spy Kids and El Mariachi and Sin City, he likes shooting with a wheelchair, yeah. And then a wheelchair you can buy in Mercury Drug, so that helps. Also, you can get, especially for like if you're shooting at home, you can get a rug and kind of just pull it. So there. So cheating dolly shots. Now we have some cool shot tricks you might want to try out. Reverse dolly zoom means you move the camera back physically and you kind of zoom in with the focus. So it kind of looks like that. You know, like horror films and or when they like have a bad realization, it looks like the subject is going closer, but then everything else is going further. That's a reverse dolly zoom. So lens whacking, you can get the lens of your camera or another like kind of like filter and kind of move it around, especially if you have the detachable lens. So that's lens whacking. Lens flaring you see a lot in Star Trek. Sorry, volume please. You see a lot in Star Trek, you see those. So the things in Star Trek and Star Wars and other J.J. Abrams stuff, the reason they have that in hip-hop videos is because they have the anamorphic lens, which costs like, I don't know, 200,000 pesos a day to rent. But if you put dental floss in front of your lens and kind of shine a light on it, that's what it looks like. So you can put a nylon wire or dental floss, and it's cool. And finally, swish pan. Swish pan is used kind of like as a cool cutaway. You basically swish the camera. So this is a normal swish, which is just like following the character. But here, that's an actual cut. So you cut while you're swishing. So, so there. And that's pretty much it, right? I just want to talk about one last quote that I saw on Twitter, and then I had to take a screen cap because it felt so true. If you like crippling self-doubt, maybe a career in the arts is right for you. And I know a lot of you guys, like you're always unsure, you know, I mean, you're putting yourself out there. And some of the time, like I know one of my favorite YouTube creators has 1 million views, and you know, so many million views, and he's one of the pioneers and an innovator. He turns on the comments because, you know, even just one comment, he'll just get so pissed off, right? And he'll get so sad. So just keep, you know, this art on the heart is what we say, right? Just keep on doing, just keep on making. Forget about the haters. For every hater, there's gonna be 5 people who really connect to you, who really listen to what you have to say. So just keep making. All right, thank you.
Now let's move on to our next session, which is all about taking a step back and envisioning how you can treat your